Welcome back. In this video, we are going to compute for all possible numbers less than 500,000 that are divisible by 7 but leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Algorithm first and then code. So, let's simplify. Modify your solution to question 42 such that all possible number of x that are less than 500,000 and their corresponding costs are displayed under appropriate headers. To the algorithm, let's set the counter to be 1. We will explain it as we go along. And then we print the table with the first column being the number of x and the second column being the total cost. Now, since we are computing for all the numbers that are less than 500,000, we are going to use a for loop because we know the end of it, where it is starting and where it is ending. So we say for I equals 1 to 500,000, step 1, it should keep increasing by 1. Now the condition is that if I modulus 2 equals 1, and I modulus 3 equals 1, and I modulus 4 equals 1, and I modulus 5 equals 1, and I modulus 6 equals 1, and I modulus 7 equals 0, then the number of x is equal to the current value of I. Then the cost equals the number of x times 0.04, which is the 4 pesos. Then we print the counter. Now, what this counter is going to do is that it's just going to help us know the number of numbers that are less than 500,000 and are divisible by 7 and leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So the number of those numbers. Then we say it should print the actual number of x. So the value of the number of x. Then you should leave a space and then print the cost. Then move to the next line. So on the next line, it will print in case it finds another number that is less than 500,000 that satisfies all these conditions. You should print that one as well. Then you should move to the next line. If it finds another number that satisfies the conditions over here, then you should print that number out. So you should keep doing this until I becomes less than 500,000. Then we NF and then N4. So now let's convert this to code in C++. So in the int main function, I declare the double and add the integer and set counter to 1. Then I draw my table for the first column being the number of x and then the total cost, a space and then the total cost. And I set the if the for loop, which runs from 1 to 500,000. And then I set the if statement that checks for all the numbers from 2 to 6 if they leave a remainder of 1, and then 7 if it leaves no remainder. And I say number of x equals I, then the cost is the number of x times 0.04. Then I print the results and the increase counter by 1. So any number that satisfies this condition, we just want to keep count of it. Then I end the code system pause and then return 0. So now let's see all these numbers that satisfy these conditions. So you can see the first number that satisfies the condition is 301 and its cost is 12.04. The next is 721 with a cost of 28. So it keeps going on, keep going on, keep going on. Let's see the last value. So the last value, so there are 1,190 of such numbers that are less than 500,000. And for the boys cost per egg, we can know that the cost of that egg, the total eggs from total eggs to 1,190 is going to be is it 19,187.2. So this will be the last number under 5,000 that satisfies the condition. Alright friends, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your questions in the comment section. See you in the next problem. Till then, apatia.